Hi everybody, my name is Jessica Holyfield. I'm a professional dancer, professional dance choreographer, and dance educator based out of the southeast of the United States. And we're going to be taking a look at Deep and Dot versus Liflo, the elimination battles. It looks like there's 7 of them, which is insane to me. I love it. I don't know if that's because they couldn't find a winner or if they were going to go through all 7, go through the whole shebang, and then they're going to pick a winner from there. But the important thing is that I am very much looking forward to seeing what Deep and Dot brings to the table as their last hurrah, because we do know that they are no longer a part of the Street Woman Fighter series, because I have already reacted to the Hwasa challenge at this point and they were not included in that. But all that to say, thank you for deciding to join along this ride with me, and I look forward to watching this with you guys. Let's get started.
태양 디밴드비 다시 승리를 뺏어오느냐, 두 댄서의 불꽃 튀는 배틀을 시작합니다. You guys ready?
무조건 이긴다. 올로 이길 거야.
어머, 바뀐다. 왔다.
Yeah.
저걸로 또 시작하시네. 시그니처인가?
어허. 어허.
Don't drop the ball, just drop your jaw. We'll drop a jewel, he'll top a fool.
Yeah.
Sit and spit no where
Yeah.
There's some voyeurs.
Ah.
Sit and spit no where of unwritten rules.
Oh.
Script and addicting diction
Oh.
who will employ us times a million. Am I the villain? Keep this clear, so when I get near
That's so chaotic. That is amazing. That was so good.
Interfere with this here, we'll roast
5,
you. Red
4,
Rover sends ZNG over. Put you in the daughter of one and
이제 네 차례니까 한번 보여줘봐.
with 제이제이 from 디밴드.
시작부터 그냥 가보자.
You know you go broke trying to handle me. Take it from someone who know how to handle me. I'ma need that real broke kind of energy. Do you know? With a lot of competition, you're gonna have to do without it. You kiss me. You know I got someone with the tongue.
Yeah.
생각보다 잘 추는데?
Someone with the tongue listen.
아하.
긴장하지 말자. 지원아, 그냥 즐기자.
Yeah.
Show me a good time. You can do, I let you. It's right in your taste. Learning from the best. Here's what you
3, 2,
me like a dream.
Woo! That was fun. I really liked that exchange a lot. So I know that part of them were like, oh, she plagiarized a little bit of herself, that kind of stuff.
많이 추는데 제이제이
Yeah. Let's have fun. Super fun. It is nice to see little excerpts right before I watch it. Oh, here we go. She's about to pop off, so I love this, how she does this. It does look very similar to what she did in one of the earlier battles. But also no, they were weeks and weeks apart, this battle and the battle she did before. But, you know, you can't escape it. I've touched on many things in a lot of challenges where I was like, oh, that looks like something we've already seen from this season. Here's the thing. At the end of the day, it's really mostly about, like, you see fingerprints of people's aesthetic. You also, people take inspiration, subconscious inspiration from things around them, regardless if they understand that they took that inspiration consciously or subconsciously. It happens, right? Because we're human and we adjust and we use a sense of predictability to help us be able to be better at making better cognitive decisions, whether it's in the freestyle toolkit or in the choreographic toolkit. So that's just a little side note thing. I don't know if that made sense or not, but for me, it's okay if somebody makes, like, they do a repeat influence because she's not doing the exact same thing. It's just a fingerprint of a texture or a perspective that she likes to explore. For me, I love using shapes and spheres and creating different pathways and utilizing that, because one of my teachers suggested that maybe that would be a really good avenue for me to explore because of my technical toolkit that I have in freestyling. I love her facial expression here. Her balancing is fabulous. The peel through is the bleed through between the trumpet or the horn. Hey, yeah. And that's really fun. Just the dig through and her rolling on the floor, exploring. Yeah. Da 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 da. This was aggressive in the best way possible. Just the I love that so much. The bleed around. I do feel like she's just taking really big risks, but just kind of vibing out and enjoying herself more so than, like, it's not as strategic, I think, in the sense of what she brought, you know, or maybe it is, who knows. I love how she sets this up. Just notice just her subtlety as she looks over and she pulls. I really love this. Do you know? Yep, so she is making choices to kind of repeat a groove throughout point A to point B. She is traveling it, and she doesn't stay in that pocket for too long, which really helps be okay with those types of choices. That was fun. Yeah, she's having these moments of just being able to create a position of presence, which is really nice. I like her exploration choices. I will say that particular, it goes back to, you know, I already talked briefly about people get inspired by other people are influenced by other people. I do remember there was a lot of people in battles. I don't know if it was her specifically, but a lot of people would explore this kind of ticking pattern, which I really, really love whenever the music makes sense to travel that way, right? So I think it's really fun watching her explore different methods of expressing her music through utilizing herself, and I really love that. That was so fun. And then she's about to say biting. Now, if you don't know what this means, it means that, hey, you took or you plagiarized. But you know that she's doing that in a very playful way. And I know they did it in the very beginning too, whenever they called her out, whenever she was called out. Yeah. Yeah, and I love how she finished out. It was so fun. Yeah, that was very enjoyable. Now I noticed there's like 7 rounds of Wolf Low and Deep and Dop. I don't know if it's because it kept flip-flopping between who wins and who doesn't win and that kind of stuff. I don't know, or maybe it's 7 rounds and they pick a winner or whatever. But I know this was, I'm shocked at how close this is. Like, it's not, Wolf Low is not blowing Deep and Dop out of the water at all. They are very competitive toe-to-toe, and I think that is something major to speak about, the growth of Deep and Dop specifically, because we've seen them at the start of their journey to now. This feels like a completely different Deep and Dop. I feel like their energy is different. How they're approaching this battle is so different, and I'm really enjoying every single member of Deep and Dop's performance so far. Wolf Low, I've always enjoyed their battles, but I'm really enjoying Deep and Dop's this time too, and I'm really happy that I get to experience this. This is awesome. Wow. This was just so phenomenal. I thank you guys so much for watching this with me. I wanted to do this whole elimination just as one video, at least for Patreon. It's a video all in one, but if it's separated on YouTube, it's probably because of copyright. But I am so humbled to have been able to experience the show in this way, be able to create these videos so we can continue to have dialogue together, asking questions, asking tough questions, or really going deep on some of the context of a lot of these challenges. I know for me, I end up learning about criteria or the context behind a lot of the woes and struggles of a lot of crews once it's subbed or whenever other people are able to watch it prior to myself. So I feel like I learned so much more after I do the analysis that sometimes I do feel bad that I wish I had the full picture before watching so I could have a more gracious eye. But I also know too that some of the objectivity comes from not knowing the emotional circumstances that can emotionally sway me one way or another. So I see there's pros and cons to both, but I've always been very thankful of the fact that there's so many of you guys just through the course of this past month and a half, just your support and your commitment to watching the show alongside me and providing so much knowledge and insight that I feel like I've grown so much as just somebody who observes and analyzes these types of things. It's a different community of movers, you know, and I just feel so humbled to be in a position where I'm able to exchange my knowledge by learning knowledge in return, you know, and I think this is just so incredible, and I thank you guys once again for being a part of it with me, and I look forward to the discussions on this. I think I got more emotional in this one than some of the other battles. I think with a lot of battles I don't really get like super emotional on, but I think this is the first time for this season that I feel this way. But I think I wouldn't have it any other way. I think Deep and Dop left on one of the highest notes they could have, and they should be so proud of what they brought to the table during this series. This was great. Man, I will catch you guys on the flip side. Bye.